Do you think the Queen, on some level, is being a little bit spiteful, or does this just come with the territory?
I've certainly seen two different narratives involved. It's interesting because I think in one breath we hear that the Queen, of course, supports the couple, that she still considers Harry and Meghan much loved members of the royal family. But then we also hear that voice of the monarch, who is actually perhaps a slightly offended or angry 98-year-old monarch. And I think this is something we've seen Harry and Meghan really having to deal with, is that, you know, family members that straddle the two roles. When we look at Harry's relationship with his brother, I think if we removed his sort of future role as king or the Prince of Wales before then, I think that Harry and William wouldn't be having the issues that they're having today. But unfortunately, this is a family that often places more importance on duty over family, and Harry and Meghan dare to sort of go against that. So I think that there is, of course, still tension there between the couple and the family. And I think it really came to light that day that they confirmed that they wouldn't be going back after their 12-month review period. The Queen, of course, put in her statement that service can only really be achieved if you are a working member of the royal family. Harry and Meghan's retort was service is universal, which I completely agree with. But I wouldn't imagine it went particularly down very well at Buckingham Palace.
And would you say she is, you know, personality-wise, I mean, the Queen, like you just kind of touched on, she's kind of got these two roles that she embodies: grandmother, mother, family member, but then also the head of the monarch. Which do you say is kind of, what's more important to her, would you say, ultimately? Is it service or is it family?
We know that the Queen really adores Harry and that they certainly have a close relationship. In fact, I don't think people were very aware of just how much time Harry and Meghan and Archie spent with the Queen when they were living on Frogmore Cottage here in the UK, and the Queen was based at Windsor Castle on the same estate. They would actually often see each other, and we have details about that in the book. But of course, ultimately, she has always put her role as the Queen first before everything. And it's we've seen her have to sort of take on some really difficult decisions, including forcing her own son, Prince Andrew, to step away from his royal role because, of course, the controversies that he got wrapped up in with the late Jeffrey Epstein. So I think this is unfortunately what Harry and Meghan were faced with when they put forward that proposal to create this hybrid role for themselves. The Queen ultimately was the one that put her foot down and said no and forced them to leave the country. And ultimately, Harry and Meghan are kind of paying the price for that here in the UK. Their popularity is quite divided.
And I want to end on a fun